What up, bro? King Clay checking in with some more Baton Rouge rap history. And man, I was just sitting up here thinking about some stuff like what make it so hard, for artists to break out in Baton Rouge and Louisiana, period. And man, since I had the opportunity to live in another state, especially a state that got resources, I see, like with the rap community, what really took the sport out of, the game is the gutter. You know what I'm saying? Like Baton Rouge is the gutter. And from what I know as an artist, you know, you can't work a job and really hone in on your craft if you trying to make it doing anything with any kind of art, you know. And what other places have that we don't have is they have the resources, and most of the resources free. But then, you know, it's more opportunity, uh, more affluent people, you know, that have money to invest in you too. Cause like dealing with music in Baton Rouge, it's music and hustle, so it kind of like the two bleed into each other. Where you got to be an entrepreneur, to make a living, but then you gotta also rap. You know what I'm saying? Everything is about getting the funds to do what you need to do to make music because this thing is hard. Like I came up from a time before we had tracks, at our fingertips. Like, man, you had to go and know a producer, and basically a producer that's just starting off, that's still getting their feet wet, good enough to give you something, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have the funds either because just like with rap, you know what I'm saying, you really can't work a full-time job and get your skills together. So a lot of people turn to, the other side of business, and then the other side of business flows over into the music business, and it just make it bad for everybody because everybody trying to eat. And when you don't have enough, food going around, that's what causes, schisms and beefs and all that stuff there. You know what I'm saying? I jumped out the game and hopped in that corporate world, and that's when I started seeing stuff for what it really was, and avoiding a lot of drama. You know, shoot, I walked my way up to 70,000 a year. Um, was getting ready to bust them for 100K, but also having benefits. Like benefits for me, benefits for my kids, vacations, travel, traveling job wise. So like, plus I left all that for a higher call too. The game, because I was a father when I was 17, and I wasn't gonna really put nothing before my baby. Even though what I'm saying, like I was doing it on my own for the first 3 years. You know, I sacrificed that for my baby. I'm glad I did because what I'm saying, I got to see that corporate side where I understand now it's the difference between a W-2 worker and a contractor. You know, contractor means self-employed. Like the thing was, I was hitting them for a salary, and man, I ain't know salary means slavery. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit salary, you're a slave. No matter who you working for. You know what I'm saying? What kind of industry you working for. You could be working in the music industry. If, what I'm saying, you on a label and you making a salary, you a slave. Ain't no way around it. You ain't free until you become an independent contractor, self-employed. Um, some people don't know that. Like, keep it real with you. You ain't no boss till you hit, you know, that contractor status. And that's what a lot of the OGs understood too, especially from Baton Rouge. That um, you gotta do commerce. You gotta trade. You gotta learn how to market yourself. And become independent. Um, Even with artists, like even if you're not doing corporate work on the music side, if you are artist and you know you depending on check, you're on salary, so you're a slave. Um, Basically, you ain't a boss till you start understanding contracts. Everything is a contract. Even marriage is a contract. So man, get y'all intelligence up, get your business acumen up, and what I'm saying. If you want to reign and rule, and be a king in your domain, study, study everything. You know what I'm saying? Religion, science, astrology, history, Egyptology, you know, Africanology. And then, like I said before, let this year be the year of mind your business and study your history. History is very important. You know what I'm saying? You can't know where you're going until you know where you came from. Also, let me just go ahead and put this out there. Um, Man, we had No Limit in Baton Rouge, and No Limit had brought a lot of opportunity to Baton Rouge, but our city ran the label up out of there. No Limit and True, like they was planting, they was planting some stuff that if it would have grew, what I'm saying, Louisiana was gonna be up there. Cause with every major business, revenue come with that. You know what I'm saying? Taxes come with that. Them taxes go to underprivileged people. So we needed that money. But, you know, that's another lesson for another day. With that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this and say peace and love.